Life for the ancient Romans was very different than our life today. However, do you think it's possible that we still carry on some of their customs? Entertainment for the masses, going to the theater, football games, things like that. That's what we're going to be looking at today. How did Roman culture influence Western civilization? We have some goals for our lesson. We need to learn about the culture of ancient Rome. To do that, we're going to be able to describe the characteristics of Roman society, describe the achievements made by the Romans. Lastly, explain how Roman civilization impacted other societies. Now, we have some vocabulary we're also going to have to pick up along the way. Adopt, that's your academic word. Next, aqueduct, Colosseum, Latin, Stoicism, and Western civilization. Those are all your domain-specific words. Here we are at our lesson question again. How did Roman culture influence Western civilization? We're going to look at this in three parts: society, art and literature, engineering. Now, if we do all three, I'll bet you will be able to understand our lesson question. How did Roman culture influence Western civilization? Take a look at these two photos. What do you see that's similar? Keep looking. All right. One of these, the modern photo, clearly it's a football game. The other one, this is the Colosseum, arguably one of the most famous buildings from ancient Rome. The Romans liked sports too, although theirs were a bit bloodier than ours. However, I think you can see by looking at these two together, maybe we weren't so different. We just saw a comparison of American sports and Roman sports, and we're learning maybe we do have some commonalities. So here's our lesson question. How did Roman culture influence Western civilization? Let's go a little bit deeper into that and start learning about Roman society. In discussing Roman society, you really can't begin anywhere else but at the Roman family. In ancient Rome, the father had complete control over his family. In fact, he was known as the paterfamilias, and the control went so far that children's names were based off of his, as well as the father owned all the family's wealth and property. Many families also had enslaved people. The father could actually legally kill his children or sell them into slavery at any age. Now, what about the women? Women in Roman society were expected to become wives and mothers. They didn't have jobs unless they weren't very wealthy. However, they could not vote, they could not run for office. When they went out in public to worship and attend the theater, they had to wear veils over their heads, and sometimes they had an escort. It just depended on the family. However, they could own property and businesses. These women enjoyed rights that many women in the Renaissance and time periods after them, up until the 1800s, did not. They also had more rights than women in other societies, as I just said. As you can see, this woman here is clearly educated. She has wealth. You can tell by what she's wearing over her head, as well as her clothing. This is how I can tell. Now, let's move on to Roman education. It was based on the Greek system. Children of very wealthy families were tutored at home, and others, they went to school. Subjects included Greek, philosophy, and other humanities subjects, very similar to the Athenian form of education. Now, this classical education would also be revived again during the Renaissance. The Roman language is called Latin. Latin is the basis of what we call today the love languages: Italian, Spanish, and French. It is not the basis of English. English is actually a Germanic-based language. However, about half of all English words have Latin roots. And Latin is also still used today for legal, scientific, and medical terms. We know that Greek religion was polytheistic. What about Roman religion? Well, guess what? Roman religion was adopted from other cultures, especially the Greeks. The Romans were polytheistic and they adopted the Greek gods. Their religion was focused on performing rituals to please the gods. They would have rituals for dinners, for things like that, to bless a child. They would go to the temple daily. People don't normally think of the Romans as very ritualistic and very religious. However, they were. Their religion, however, did not provide a moral code for their daily behavior. It didn't say, you shouldn't do things that are bad. It was more about keeping the gods happy. So how did it evolve? Well, Stoicism is a part of Greek philosophy, and it was also adopted by the Romans. It emphasizes logic and reason over emotion, and it says that people should always take the right action. This is kind of an evolution, as you can see, into more of a moral code for the Romans. We just learned how Roman society influenced Western civilization. We know that Latin is still one of the languages used today, although it's not spoken. We also know that Roman education was the basis for our education as well as Renaissance education. Stoicism, the Roman philosophy that provided a moral code for them. Now let's see how art and literature influenced Western society. We just looked at Roman families, language, that kind of thing. Now let's take a look a little bit at culture. Cicero was a writer who influenced the founding fathers. He was also a Roman statesman. He was a senator. He wrote many legal opinions. This is a time, again, of great works of Roman literature, including poetry, history, philosophy, and rhetoric. Another person you should definitely know about is Tacitus. He was a very important historian. You also have the poet Ovid. He wrote an epic poem called The Metamorphoses. It's still read today in college classes. Now let's look at Roman art. You have sculpture. This is actually a Renaissance sculpture. It is David. It's very religious, but it has Roman influences. This is a fresco. Now, a fresco is a type of painting. It's painted on wet plaster. And lastly, this is a mosaic. It's put together with many little tiles. They last a long time. They're amazing and beautiful to look at. I highly recommend going and see them. Let's take a look lastly at Roman architecture. On this side, you see the Roman arch, the Arch of Septimius Severus. As you can see, the arch provides two things. It is beautiful to look at, but it also provides relief for the weight at the very top of this creation. Now you can see the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. Do they look alike? I think they do. Even the decoration is similar. Now the Arc de Triomphe looks older than it actually is. It was created in France in the 1800s. So take a look. We really can, if we think about it, see a lot of influences in Western civilization from the Romans. Here's a check-in with our lesson question. How did Roman culture influence Western civilization? Now, first we covered society. We learned all about the Roman family. Lastly, we covered art and literature. We learned all about Cicero and his influences on Western civilization. Now let's go to engineering and see what they've done. Again, to help you answer your question, how did Roman culture influence Western civilization? Take a look at this graph. I love showing students graphs like these because they always think that these cities are very small in size, don't have a lot of people. That's okay. But Look at the city of ancient Rome. It's actually bigger than 3 of our biggest cities: Boston, Jacksonville, and San Francisco. It has 1 million people at its peak. That's huge. Now, what kinds of things do you think these people, as well as modern cities, will need? Well, they're going to need a place to live. Many Romans, mostly plebeians, lived in apartment-style buildings. Firefighting brigades protected the city when fire broke out. Public latrines had sewer systems that drained into the river. This made it very easy to get what they needed. Next, you have aqueducts. This is supplying the city with clean water. This is the Aqua Claudia. It was actually built by the Emperor Claudius, and what it did was it brought clean water in from the mountains into the city of Rome. Next, these are the Roman baths. They were quite famous. They supplied the Romans with warm bath water, natural warm water. Now, what does this remind you of modern day? What about canals? Any type of irrigation for our plows, our farming, anything like that. The last feat of Roman architecture that you definitely need to know about are Roman roads. Have you ever heard the saying, all roads lead to Rome? Well, it's actually true. The Romans built thousands of miles of roads to connect their empire. They were originally built to move the Roman military. However, they also helped to govern the empire and help trade flourish. Here's a timeline I want you to take a look at. This is really going to help you understand the evolution of Rome from an empire to kind of declining and adopting Christianity. First, you have the Via Appia, the Appian Way. It's a road. You have the birth of the amazing Cicero, the opening of the Colosseum. You have Roman peace. And here you go, Christianity becoming the official religion of the empire.